Mr. Lumada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lumada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lumada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Friday. Yes, the weekend is upon us. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you're looking forward to it, well, it's here right now. And I hope that it is just what you need, exactly what you want. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Story Time. And yes, let us know where you're joining in from. And if anybody else is joining in with you, well, let us know who's there so we can say hi to them as well. Thank you so much for joining in. And a happy Friday coming to you from out here in Oakland, where we do have, we promised to have a high of 68. So it is much cooler today than it was yesterday and the day before too. It was pretty hot out here. So looks like we are having some cooler weather today, so just be sure to carry that light jacket maybe just as you go out, so you make sure that you're okay. And then of course, if the layers need to come off later on, why not? But just be prepared out there. Thank you so much for joining in. And how is it where you are? I know not everybody is in Oakland right now, so that's just some Oakland weather, but how is it where you are? Please do check the weather before you go out and see what you need to bring with you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And we love being here with you, and you know we could be here forever, plus many more days. And we do have a wonderful book today to read together. Sarah Jacoby wrapping up our week of just amazing, beautiful books that go for the heart. And this one is called Forever or a Day. This one is written and illustrated, as we mentioned, by Sarah Jacoby, and we are reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them indeed for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. I'm so glad that we're here together and bringing this one back too. It is such a beautiful book. Cannot wait for you to enjoy it. Just beautiful illustrations, beautiful writing. Can't wait to share it. And if you've read it before, well, let's go back to it again, and hopefully it's not the last time too. Thank you so much for joining in. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing today? Kathy, loving it. Thank you so much for joining in. And I'm glad that you're here with us today. And you say you're all out in Kentucky. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, with Ari. Ari, how are you doing? Hugs to you, bud. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And of course, good morning to you, Megan, as well. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Kentucky. Thank you. And yes, we talk of morning ingredients, right? We're back at it, Ari. Thank you so much. We have all the ingredients we need for a beautiful story time. We have you here. We have the book here. We have a wonderful community together. So let's get ready for this wonderful book ahead. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And yes, Pamela Courtney, good morning to you. How are you doing? Of course, Chad as well. Hugs to you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And say it is such a beautiful day. Perfect temperature and best amount of sunshine in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Well. Love that. Hold on to that. Maybe you should put it in a jar or something. Hold on to that day. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Glad you're having a perfect sounding day out there in Nakitosh. Enjoy it, and I hope that you have many more of those too. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. One more time, Chad and Auntie Pam, thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Auntie Ann, how are you doing as well? Sending you love out there in Nakitosh. Thank you for being here on Storytime, and please get ready. We are reading this book today, Forever or a Day, written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Yes, get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. We will be right back after this short break to read our book. Thank you for being here. Go, 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 grab what you need.
Hi, friends. My name is Christy, and I am the author of A Heart in the Sand, also known as Un Corazón en la Arena. Now, this bilingual book is about tesoros, or treasures. And something that I treasure is my friendship with Mr. Lamada. So I have a challenge for you. Share this story time with someone who you treasure, and we can all spread the literary love.
Thank you so much, Christy Deprin, A Heart in the Sand. If you've not checked out, please do. Yes, before we get started, Pamela Courtney, you know what time it is. And this book has, it's just brilliant. Like the art in here, the artwork is just stunning. And we do have it. I think it has the best Andes, this one for sure. Here we go. Forever or a Day. Check this out. Look at that. I really love that. And I don't know if you can see too, there's just the specks of stars all around. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one for sure. I love the art in this one. Love the story too. The art is just perfect. The art in here is like sounds like that. It is like that day in Natchitoches, Louisiana today. Sounds so amazing. Good morning. How are you doing? Sarah and Nathan in a beautifully pleasant Illinois. I love that. A teacher's work day means we get to watch this morning. Yay. All right. Yes, I am glad. I love it when things line up. Yeah, no, we've definitely missed you here live, but good to see you. Oh, yay. I'm glad you're able to join in. Oh. Right. Here we go. And I don't know how much of this you were able to catch, Sarah and Nathan. We're just showing the undercover of this book. Here we go. Our story for today. Oh. What's that? The Times, it says? Forever or a Day. Written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby, and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. If you look closely, you can see it. You can almost touch it. If you look closely, you can see it. You can almost touch it. If you look closely, you can see it. You can almost touch it. It can be precise, like pouring the first cup of tea or picking the perfect shoe. If you look closely, you can see it. You can almost touch it. It can be precise, like pouring the first cup of tea or picking the perfect shoe. It's especially clear when you're late. Oh, trust me, I know. It's especially clear when you're late. Oh. Some people pay a lot of attention to it. And some, well, some don't. That's just how it is. Some people pay a lot of attention to it. Some don't. Sometimes it's far, far away. Like when you will get old gazing out at the sea. Yeah. Sometimes it's far, far away. Like when you will be old gazing out at the sea. Hmm. Some people pay attention to it. Some people don't. Sometimes it's far, far away. Like when you're old and gazing out at the sea. It's a drum beat. Ba-doom, ba-ba-doom, ba-doom, 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 ba-ba-doom. It is a drum beat. Is this what forever feels like? What does forever feel like to you? Is this what forever feels like? There's times when time just doesn't move, is it? Sometimes it helps the bus arrive, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it helps the bus arrive, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, been there for sure. Waiting on that bus and it never shows. I laugh now, but trust me, I've not been laughing when it happens. Sometimes it helps the bus arrive. Sometimes it doesn't. Perhaps it is the twitch of a whisker or a wildly wiggling tail. As quick as a heartbeat skip hello. Sometimes it helps the bus arrive, sometimes doesn't. Perhaps it is the twitch of a whisker or a wildly wagging tail. As quick as a heartbeat hello. Perhaps it is. The more you try to hold it, the better it hides. Where does it go? Yeah. The more you try to hold it, the better it hides. Where does it go? Where does it go? Can we stay longer? Yeah. The more you try to hold it, the better it hides. Where does it go? Can we stay longer? We have moments like that. Yeah, can we stay longer? And isn't that spread also just so beautiful? Perhaps it is a ghost. It can come and go, and you never even notice it was there. Perhaps it is a ghost. It can come and go, and you never even notice it was there. Yeah, perhaps it is a ghost. It can come and go, and you never even notice it was there. Yeah, this book just has some of the best art, hands down. Perhaps it is a ghost. It can come and go, and you never even notice it was there. I've shut my eyes, gone to sleep, stared at the sun, ran backward really fast, but it keeps going. You cannot hold it. You cannot give it to someone in exchange for a snack. We've only got what we've got. I've shut my eyes, gone to sleep, stared at the sun, ran backward really fast, but it keeps going. You cannot hold it. You cannot give it to someone in exchange for a snack. We've only got what we've got. Yeah. Whether it's a drum beat, bum, diddy bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum, a whisker twitch, lost or found. Yeah. We've only got what we've got. Whether it's a drum beat, bum, diddy bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum, a whisker twitch, lost or found. I love the time I have with you. Ah. Whether it's a drum beat, bum, diddy bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum, a whisker twitch, lost or found. I love the time I have with you. Yeah. Ah, and that is the end of our story for today. Yay! I just love this one from Sarah Jacoby. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope that you enjoyed that wonderful, wonderful book. And yeah, please find it at your local library. Ask for it, get to read it, and just enjoy. And yes, here on Storytime, we hope that we're back for many, many more days, forever and a day for us. I hope that we're back many, many more times. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely love it that we're here together. And yes, I will be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Jen D. Oliveira, the author illustrator of Reggie Kid Penguin, and you're watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Yes, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining in. If you've not checked out Reggie Kid Penguin, well, please do. We, of course, had Jen De Oliveira here on Storytime. Great conversation. So get to check out that conversation in our archives at storytimewithmrlamada.com and, of course, at Storytime with Mr. Lamada on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for being here with us. And I just saw the cover reveal the other day that Reggie Kid Penguin 2 is coming out shortly. So please, please keep an eye out for that as well. And remember to ask for it at your local library. Yes, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. We were reading one instant classic, right? This one from Sarah Jacoby, written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby. It is called Forever or a day. And very, very, just many powerful things that it raises in here. And of course, one of them, which I feel like every time we read it, we'll go back to, and it says, whether it's a drum beat, bum, did bum, ba-bum, 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 a whiskered twitch, lost or found. Oh, I love the time I have with you. Yeah, I love the time I have with you. Please do cherish that time that you have with your loved ones. And yeah, again, the book mentions in here too, we've only got what we've got. Yeah, whether we run backwards, whether we sleep, whether we, stare at the sun forever, well, it keeps moving. We've only got what we've got. Let's make the most of it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and absolutely appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed that one. Thank you for being here with us today. Let us see again who was joining in this morning, enjoying that wonderful story. Thank you so much for joining us. Chrissy, good morning to you. And you say good morning from Borden, who is homesick today. Oh, well, buddy, feel better. But I am glad that you're here with us on Storytime. Yes, no, you're on time. You're on Zambian time. It is the best time. Thank you so much for joining in today. Good to see you here with us. Absolutely love it. Bowden, feel better, buddy. I hope you feel better. You continue to heal up and have a day of rest, and hopefully that makes you, just makes it better. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Good to see you out there. And of course, Chrissy, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And and thank you for the therapy session too. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Yes, good morning to you. How are you doing today? One more time, you say, great book, Kathy. And of course, Ari, thank you so much for joining us. Megan, sending you love as well. Thank you indeed. You say, thank you for sharing a great book. It is a beautiful book, isn't it? I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you can go back to it many, many times and find it at your local library too. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Amanda, West, Sarah, and Nathan, thank you so much for joining in. Thankful for that teacher workday today out there in Illinois. Thank you. And it means we get to have some time with you. And like the book says, well, we treasure this time that we have here together. Thank you so much for making it to Storytime. Thank you for joining in. There's many other things that you could have been doing, but you chose to be here with us this morning. So appreciate you. And of course, sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And it is a pleasant, beautifully pleasant day out there in Illinois. Well, enjoy it. And I hope you get some time to be outside and enjoy it even more. Thank you so much. And talking of perfect days, well, Natchitoches, Louisiana is trying to do one up on you, Illinois, on that pleasant, beautifully pleasant day. Natchitoches says they have the perfect temperature, best amount of sunshine in Natchitoches today. Well. Thank you so much for joining in. Enjoy all these beautiful sounding days where you are. And it is cooler out here, like I mentioned, in Oakland. I don't know if it'll be to the degree of your days, but it promises to be pretty mild and nice today. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Pamela, Courtney, Chad, hugs to you, bud. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And of course, Auntie Ann, sending you love as well. Hey, how's Braylon doing? Please pass on my greetings. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely love it. Thank you one more time, Ari, and of course, Megan and Kathy out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining in. Rainy Kentucky today. Actually, I'd missed that first time on, but it is rainy out there in Kentucky. You know what that is? Perfect weather for Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today. Glad we're here together. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope it is indeed a happy Friday for everyone, and I hope that you can find many amazing books to read, or indeed go back to the Storytime archives at storytimewithmrlamada.com, or indeed right here on Facebook and YouTube. Forever or a Day was our book today, and this one written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby, and of course being read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. We've only got what we've got. Let's make the most of it, right? Let's enjoy it. Thank you so much for your time. And we'll sign off with a dance party. It is Friday. Clear up the space. Clear up the space. Move that chair. Braylon, move that cushion to the side. Chad, move that cushion to the side. Get ready. We're about to sign off with a dance party. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. But I will see you again next week when we're back with more stories, including the 2 brand new stories that we're supposed to bring this week. But we are trying to see if we can get the authors to come on out, the creators to come on out. So we're working on that. And so we had to move them to another time. Maybe it might be next week, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Hopefully everything works out in time. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Please come back to the Storytime page and look out to see what's coming next week. Over the weekend, we'll be posting all the brand new books that will be coming, or the books that we'll be reading next week. So look out for that. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, 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 it is. Get ready, Pamela Courtney. Get ready. Yes, here we go. Are you ready? All right. Thank you so much for being here. Much love from me. Dance away.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true.
Oh, yes, Pamela Courtney, dance away.
He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
All right, friends, dance away. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
All of your stories, read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.